Priorities. Priorities are the order in things that mean the most to you. Priorities are, I need to do this before I need to do this because this is more important to me. Priorities are focused energy on things that need a higher level of attention. Priorities are order. Lack of priorities are disorder, chaos, and anxiety. Many people's lives are all screwed up. There's too much anxiety because there's lack of priorities. There is lack of order. A person hasn't decided what is a priority in my life. When you wake up every day, you have a decision to make. What are your priorities? And that's why many people wake up every day. They don't know what they want to focus on, and they spend the first few hours just daydreaming, just staring at nothing, and getting overwhelmed, having too much anxiety, thinking about all the things they have to do, and they do nothing. They waste hours. They're inefficient. Priorities say, all right, I need to do this first, this first, this first. With a level of flexibility. I always say that you have to have a flexible mind. But you have to have a focus. You have to have structure and time allocation to what things matter most to you and what things need to get done before others. That's how you make progress in life. That's how you gain traction on things you can control. I understand there's things in life we can't control. We can't focus on that. All right? So don't even think about, trying to focus on something you can't control, because that is a distraction away from your priorities. Priorities are based on what can I control, and then what order do I need to put those things in so I can make progress. If you want to be a nomad, or if you have a family, or whatever you want to do, everything. Decisions are based on knowing yourself and then setting a specific list of priorities on what matters most to you and what you need to take care of in order to get you where you need to be. If you wanted to live out of your car, then you need to set a certain priorities. All right, before I can even think about that, I need to do what I need to do to get out of the lease or to let the lease expire. I need to do that properly. Before I can even think of, living in my car, I need to, put my house on the market. I need to go under contract. I need to put my time and energy into that. You need to have priorities. That's how you get to your dream. You don't get to your dream by daydreaming. Daydreaming is for the end of the day when you've totally done everything you can do and you want to unwind. Daydreaming should not be the primary peak hours of your day. That should be focused on productivity. Priorities keep you focused. Priorities keep you doing the things you need to do to make your dreams a reality. But a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people just want to daydream. And that's where a lot of pain comes from, unnecessary pain. Priorities have to start. What do you need to do to put you in a healthy and happy place? But you have to do that. You have to take care of yourself without being neglectful to your responsibilities, without being abusive to things that have put in charge of your care. But you do have to take care of yourself. Then you have to take care of your immediate responsibilities. Then you have to start to work on the priorities you need to do to get you to where you want to be, to your dream, to your vision. Your priorities are a guideline to what you need to do to make progress. Your anxieties are based on a disorder, on no guidelines, on no priorities. That's anxiety. You're in a whirlwind of pain because there's no focus. You got all this energy, but no focus. Priorities are focus. Don't wake up every day and just be totally, what's going to happen today? What am I going to do? What's next? List. Oh, you should always have top 3 things you want to do every day. Always. I understand some days are meant for lazy and just relax. I understand that. But the majority of your days should have a top 3 list. What do you need to get done? What do you want to get done? Do you want to, is every day a priority? The first thing you need to do, work out in order to get yourself in the right place? Is a priority you need to clean something? Is a priority you need to do some type of work obligation? Is a priority you need to do some type of spiritual obligation? What are your priorities? That's your answer. And if you don't know what your priorities are, you got to start there. You got to start to figure out yourself. That's what I said. It starts with knowing yourself and what makes you tick. What keeps you inspired? What keeps you making progress? And it's not daydreaming. It's not daydreaming. And it's not disorder. Disorder is part of your problem. Priorities are part of your solution. Figure out what means the most to you. That's how you start to decide what your priorities are. Once you know what means the most to you, then you have to responsibly put things in order to make that more and more of your daily routine. These things make me tick. How do I increase the amount of time I spend on them per day so I can get to a life where it kind of revolves or it's centered around my passions and my things that make me tick? So if things that make you tick or things that are making you exciting is living out of your car, again, what steps do you need to take to downsize your life, to throw stuff out, to sell a house? How do you need to start to transition that? When I was in the process, I'll end it on this, one thing that tremendously helped me when I started to sell my house, when a lady shared with me that before you buy another property, you should always have your primary property sold first. Unless we're talking about you want various properties for investment, that's different. She said, because if you have 2 mortgages, your priorities aren't right. You did want instead of want responsibility. You know what I mean? Your responsibility is, unless you're buying another property for an investment, you should sell your primary property, have it under contract, fully executed before you buy another property. That's a priority. That keeps your life in order so there isn't disorder. Disorder is going to cause you more pain than necessary. Priorities are going to get you closer to your dream and a better quality of life. Priorities are huge, man. Always remember that. Always focus on that. Always have a top 3 list of things you want to accomplish every day. And the list should be based on the priorities in your life. What needs to get done and what do you need to do to take care of your responsibilities in order to get you to a productive day. Stay inspired.